Coming to the stage, give it up for Vandy VSW.
When I was in the first grade,
I told my mom that a boy had been picking on me,
putting his hands on me,
pulling pigtails.
and she replied,
"Oh, honey,
"That just means he likes you."
he didn't actually hit you."
And if he did, he didn't mean to.
And from that moment on, I measured love by how badly it hurt. How much was too much?
Is that just the way he is?
I was never taught to discern what was okay and what should concern me concerned more about whether my shoulders were showing. There are monsters in our lives. And not the kind who stomp on welcome mats, bust down doors, but the kind who steal away into our midnight hearts, break things with their loving hands.
And while these monsters do come into our bedrooms and hide under our sheets, we know their faces better than our own. We enjoy the game of hide and seek. We seek love and hide bruises, having never won the game, but maybe this time.
So there's this girl. She's been defusing bombs since before she was old enough to realize it wasn't her job. So when he came along with lips like the 4th of July and hands like New Year's, she thought she could embrace his explosions.
So there's this girl. She knew sticks and stones could break her bones, but she never thought the word bitch would become a bruise. He rocked her world. Maybe that's why she didn't recognize the earthquakes.
She could feel tendrils of him crawling into her, weaving himself between her thighs and underneath her ribs. When he touched her, she worried more about whether he liked it than whether she wanted it, because he wanted it, tempering her tongue because he couldn't stand the taste of no. And she had learned it was over faster if she stayed silent.
He'd scream drunken slurs as if he was speaking curse words in cursive. It sounded like he was taking attendance the way he called her name.
Slut,
Stupid bitch,
whore,
and for some reason she would always be here. Because he told her he only got so angry because he loved her so much.
He swore up and down he loved her, but only seemed to show it when they were sideways, always asking for more from her until eventually she had to start boarding up rooms from all the empty space he left, painting over the tapestries of her history in purple, because that was his favorite color.
He must have loved the color purple, the way he made it so dark around her eyes. She got aches just from hearing the door lock when he walked in. She knew the heaviness of his footsteps would be the harshness of his hands. His temper was as short as the leash she was kept on. He was a dog, but she didn't want to let go of the last of this puppy love. It took her 3 years to realize being afraid isn't normal. You shouldn't want to tear out chunks of your own skin because you don't want the scars to look the same as when he left them there.
You shouldn't have to wonder if you only deserve lust over love.
You shouldn't have to choose between a broken heart or a broken jaw.
You shouldn't have to give your body forcibly, but lovingly.
Love looks like
taking silence as a sign of protest instead of a surrender.
Love looks like hands used for holding instead of hitting. Love looks like respect.
Expect nothing else.
If he won't listen, leave him.
If he doesn't care,
leave him. If he puts his hands on you, leave him.
And don't look back.